So, like I said, there is always two sides of a story. Finally, Frank Edoho has shared his own side of the story regarding his marriage crisis to his now ex-wife, who is having an affair with musician Chike. This story is even messier than we thought. In the voice note or voice call that Frank Edoho had with Honest Brunch podcast host Titilope, he revealed that at some point he sent his wife to school. After school, he asked her what she wanted to do. She said business, which she said she wanted to study interior design. No. Frank said he needed to study interior design also to help her kickstart her journey. He said she was his only client. No one else knew he's an interior designer. He proceeded to speak about confronting Chike physically. At that time, Chike was with his fiancée. After the confrontation, Chike tested him to apologize and promised to stop seeing his wife. Frank even admitted it was his wife who was chasing after Chike. Unfortunately, they continued the affair. He said he tried different things to stop her. He tried malice, he tried crying and begging, even involved their spiritual mother. She introduced to him 16 years ago to plead with her. He also left the house for 3 months. After she, tiredly searched for him and found him, she promised to stop the affair. She didn't stop. She was obviously crazily in love with Chike. So I will let you listen to the voice note to see how disgraceful this Frank Edoho's now ex-wife, Sandra Edoho, is.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing now?
Fine, sir.
All right. Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for telling people what I really meant, because most people didn't watch to the end of the video, and even if they did, their emotions took over their logic. So you hit the nail on the head exactly, and one other guy too, exactly. But everybody is jumping with it because they want to create content with it. So the reason why I'm calling you is I want to confide in you, and I want to put a stop to all this. The way I'm going to put a stop to all this, I will tell you. But firstly, let me tell you, since 2022 December until January of last year, not this year, January last year, that news that came out is very, 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 very true. I approached that stupid boy because this is my second marriage.
Okay.
I approached that stupid boy. I saw him one day. He was shaking like a leaf. And I told him, I said, do you know who I am? He said, yes. Okay, so what the hell are you doing with my wife? He was with a girlfriend.
That says any and everything she feels like. Now this morning, what I really want to talk
said about old women. He had a serious girlfriend he wanted to marry. She's young. So all that crap he was talking about, old women and everything. He had a girl that he wanted to marry that was engaged to. The girl, her name was Precious. I met him and I told him, I said, if my wife is stupid enough to want to cheat on her husband, why would you, a small rat, encourage it? And he went, is that what she told you? I said, dude, I have your recordings. I said, I knew I have your recordings, you talking to my wife. And I told him, I said, see what? I said, me, I am not somebody. If the woman was worth anything to me in terms of like before, when I married her, before she started all this nonsense, I said I would have shot you in 2 kneecaps. You would be confined to a wheelchair. But she's really not worth it to me. Because if a woman can do that to the husband repeatedly, with this same guy, repeatedly. No, I'm just pouring my heart out.
I totally get it.
So that you understand the thing that I had to go through. I have evidence to burn 2 of them on a stick. I have evidence to burn 2 of them. I have like 6 recordings. I have a text message the idiot sent to me apologizing after that day I met him. But they still went back at it. See, let me tell you, I have been facing this thing. Some people knew. but I held it to my heart because I have 2 boys. I told that guy, I said, I have 2 boys from this woman and I want to raise them. Leave this woman alone. Maybe she will come to her senses. Then I will overlook it. I'll take one for my sons. They continued. In the audio, she's the one encouraging the guy. I don't know what I did to deserve that. Let me tell you something. That woman, I sent her to school in 2010 to 2011. We were married then. That was when we met. She went to school, came back, and she said she wanted to go work. I said, you should do a business. What do you like to do? She said she likes skincare and interior. I said, skincare's not going to get you a lot. Let's do interior. So she did. I found her first carpenter for her. I raised everything. I studied interior design photography for her for 4 years. I was very good at it, and the reason why most people don't know is that I had just one client, her, and she wasn't paying me. So I was doing all this for my wife until I raised her to the extent that trouble now started. So she felt that she was big and started an affair with this guy. Leave the guy, she will not agree. There was a time that I left her. I said, okay, let me just go. I left for 3 months. I went and stayed in a hotel. She was looking for me for 3 months, crying, crocodile tears. Finally found me. Finally got me out of the hotel. I came back only for her 2 weeks later to go back. I have the recordings. So now, the thing that annoys me, see, my own is this. I was ready. I held all this evidence. I left on my own. So there was one day I couldn't take it anymore. I now said, all right, give me back my ring. And she fought me for that ring. I took the ring back. Then she went and called her father. Her father stays in Houston, and said, oh, that man handled her. I said, okay. Then the father said, okay, leave the house. So the next day she packed from the house. I had it already. I waited. She packed everything from the house. I closed the door, changed the locks. My boys were still with me, but she said she needed time to go and fix the house. Next week she comes back. I think next 2 weeks she comes back, knowing that I did not chase her, I did not even do anything. Because me, I told her, I said, see, I hope you know what you are doing, because when this thing goes down, I will not come back. And that's what happened. She came back and said, oh, do you miss me? I said, yeah, sorry, you are done. You are done. A month later, she came and picked my kids, went. Everything was going on well, and she went. She even allowed my children to come and stay with me for 1 weekend and went back and everything. Then it got to a point where she saw that I had moved on. Because you are with your boyfriend now, so me, I said, okay, me too. Me, I will go. I wasn't outside, but I wasn't going out because I was just focusing my heart, my soul, my strength on that woman. Then I went out. All it took was she just saw me with a very beautiful girl and everything. She lost it and went and took me to court that she wants a divorce. So it was just like anger. So, but the thing is this, if you don't wait for 2 years before you go to court, the court will ask you, why do you want the divorce before 2 years? You have to show proof. And I told her friends, I said, tell her that I have proof that she was misbehaving. So she shouldn't take that case to court, because she was asking me if I should pay her 4 million every month for the children's upkeep. I said, well, it's not going to happen. So anyhow, let's go. When I brought the evidence in front of the judge, the judge just said, please, you know that there are children involved. I said, well, according to this case, I'm the defendant. She's the plaintiff. So I think you're talking to the wrong person here. I'm merely defending myself. And that, all those things entered into court. I don't know if now it finally, so maybe that information now finally leaked through the court to QT Jules. Now, when the thing came out, so I found out that people were thinking that this thing just started now. So I put out a statement that it's 2 years, I've moved on and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, she now starts putting the narrative that, oh, It's the guy's team doing it. So tomorrow, I'm going to release an audio. Tomorrow is going to be a long day for some people because I'm going to do just that. Because I'm tired of being accused falsely. My first wife, when people talk about this malice thing, they think that I'll just come and start keeping malice with somebody.
Exactly.
Somebody that I love. Why would I do that? Nobody keeps malice with somebody unless it's like you rightly put it, silent treatment. The person has been like that. Someone cannot come and enter marriage and wasn't doing silent treatment or wasn't doing malice before. Then he starts doing malice. I say if you cross the line, and by line, there are many things line means. I tried everything to stop this woman. I tried that malice, it didn't work. I tried leaving the house, for 3 months, it didn't work. I cried, it didn't work. And I was doing it for my children. I got a spiritual mother who will bear me witness, who she's not talking to. Our spiritual mother, who she introduced me to 16 years ago, and that woman is a holy woman. The woman doesn't talk to her anymore. And I tried. The woman knelt down in front of her, stop this. She no can stop because she wants to die with Chike. So I said, okay. I left. Because me, when it gets to a point where I know that, this thing I'm just doing is futile, I'll move on my way now. What are you talking about? I'm coming into my DM and insulting me. And I said, hey, look, I won't take insult from any other woman again, apart from my daughters, my nieces, my cousins who are females, my mother, my sister. But I won't even take that kind of insult from anybody again. And I warned them. And I said, if they like screen grab this, you understand? Because I'm tired of, in the background, when people are not living with me, the women that I've been with, they know that I protect them. But when they mess up and I want to leave, they want to destroy me. Because they don't want another woman to have me. So, these are the things I just wanted to pour. I just said, okay, you know what, you are somebody that is good for. You see what saved me in this thing? Let me tell you what saved me in this thing. When the thing was happening, unlike my first marriage, I wasn't telling anybody what was happening. That was a different story. I wasn't telling anybody. So when the thing came out, even my friends were saying, Frank, what happened? They were shocked. But now, this time, I was ready. I told people that knew us mutually. Although I didn't mention that guy's name, some of them I mentioned the name. Then, some people in the industry know. The industry has known since that is what that boy does. But this one, because this woman wants to die there, that's why their own is long. And I made peace with it. I said, let them go. But because of her shenanigans, this thing is out now. And she's trying to create a narrative. The woman that they said, cheated and everything, blah, 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 blah. They were telling me, because I blocked her, I don't go to her Instagram. And they are telling me that she's busy posting, wearing a see-through out costume, and posting and posing. So, I now know that, okay, this thing is orchestrated. So tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post. Now, let me tell you what is in the one I'm going to post tomorrow. That was when I decided to leave. So, when I left, this was the last audio they did, and she now was telling the guy that, look, listen, I'll send the audio to you.
Okay, sir.
So, she now told the guy that, hey, Seal, this guy has decided to leave, but you better get ready because he's going to post stuff. The guy said, but why would he do that? Don't you? It will also affect him. And you know what she said? She said, well, since he has left, he is now eager to go and tell people. That's what she said. I mean, well, that's not accurate. But this is what she said. He's now eager to go and tell people that the marriage ended and it wasn't his fault. Then she added, which it actually wasn't his fault. That's what she said there. Then the guy said, okay, with his career and everything. And she told the guy said, what career? I said, forget your career. What? He said, what? He said, in 2 weeks, Nigerians will forget. I will send you the audio so it doesn't look like anything.
Is it like a phone call between them?
Yes, it's a phone. So what happened is she's in her car and he's on speaker.
Okay.
So all I did was through an audio, because I'm a media person. I knew something. Every time I see, let me tell you, every time she wanted to do something, something would touch me. So I just set up. She doesn't even have an idea what the technology is like. As a matter of fact, in this audio, I think the guy was asking, are you sure he's not recording this?
Wow.
See, I have gone through that from 2022 till present day. She left this January last year. And now we're in court. We have an appearance this month. But as the way Kitty, I tried to suppress it with Kitty Jules, and I said, I have children involved. Well, I'm just looking, I said, I think I'm the only one just trying to help. It looks like I'm the only sane one in this. I said, okay, let us all act insane and everything, No, we have to act insane.
It's
because
true.
me, we have to be mad. Because sometimes you have to show people that, you see that madness is not genetic. It's not genetic. Just because you are a madman, I'll show you madness too. I have it in me, but I've suppressed it. So when I saw that thing, I just said, oh, okay. At least this is some intelligent person that is knowing how to rationalize. I just said, you reach out to let you know that even this thing that you are even talking there, the thing is deeper. An audio of her planning to travel to America, and the guy is arranging a hotel, and he said, oh, no, don't arrange a hotel. That the guy is saying, no, we shouldn't do a hotel, we should do Airbnb because hotels have cameras. I have all those ones.
Hey. But she doesn't know.
Well, she heard the audio. There's another audio. That time I left the house and I came back. So that particular audio, when I left and came back, there's an audio that she was talking. The guy said he just got a house. He even put his address in the audio. So, so she now said, oh, I want to come and meet you. And let me meet you now. Let me meet you. Let me tell you, that woman is 10 years older than that guy. If you listen to this audio that I'm going to send you, you will notice that you will think that she's talking to her husband. This is the dilemma, and I kept quiet. See, I'm tired of taking the fall for useless women. My ex-wife, the first one for 16 years, the number of times we've talked on the phone is not, if you combine the time, is not up to 4 minutes. I don't talk to talk to a person like that went and said I was beating her. Then told one of her friends' brother-in-law, doesn't fit women. The guy called me, said, this is what your ex-wife said that, Frank. I said, first, small, the truth will come out. She's a very toxic human being. Toxic. This one turned toxic. This one I thought was good. Because she's the one that started making me go to church. This particular woman. But now she's turned to a devil because of what? And there was a time I offered her, I said, okay, so you can't leave this relationship, I guess. So don't worry, let us stay in this house for the sake of those boys. I stay in the guest house, you stay here. You know what? Let us raise these boys for the next 1 year, then we can now go our separate ways. That way, it will ease the boys into this. If you want to take them out on Sundays, I'll follow you, we'll pretend, but I will not sleep with you. I will not eat your food. And she goes, so you will not sleep with me. He said, but I've told you now, you just want to start sleeping with other women. You just want, and meanwhile, she's still dating this guy. So she didn't want an open arrangement. I said, okay. So we have to separate because me, I'm not going to stay. I said, I left the house for you before, now you leave. And that's that. And I've been on my journey, and I've been relaxed, and I've been doing my thing, but she wants the last laugh. She will not get it. She will not get it this time, because this time, the first one taught me a lesson. No evidence. This time I have evidence. I have evidence. So that's why I wanted to talk to you to see. Don't leave these people. These people talking, they don't know anything. Oh, you keep malice. You keep malice. They don't even know. And me, I can't open my mouth and be talking that because I don't want my children to see me talking about that. So I'm going to contact Cutie Jules again. I was chatting with her and she even has more information herself.
I don't even actually know her. So to be honest, I'm not the kind of person that pays attention to gossip online. So majority of the content I create are just content that pass my FYP. So when I saw that particular video, I didn't even really know anything. I just heard it, oh, so person cheated on so person, and that was it. But when I saw that particular video and the person responded, I was so surprised that she jumped to conclusion that you must have been abusive for keeping malice. Like, abuse is so different from malice. Like, how did you even connect that?
Look, people just want to look for the person that will bear. See, people project their own. You know this woman in South Africa that is doing xenophobia and everything? They said she was dating a Nigerian man.
Ha.
That's why. The Nigerian man now dealt with her. Yes, haven't you heard?
I don't know. I know about but I don't know the origin.
There's a video of her now saying, I love Nigeria. That if I was married, I would cheat on my husband with a Nigerian man.
Oh my God.
That guy. So that's the world for you. You understand? So they project their own failures and their own emotions. So any semblance of what they experienced, they will now start taking it out on the guy, the person. And I made myself clear. The guy asked me a question based on the rumors that were with my first wife about hitting a woman. I said, no. I said, let me put it in perspective. And that's what I said. I said, the worst I'll do is I'll just stand up and leave you. And I was actually talking about my first wife. I didn't have such problems with my second wife until she started doing this thing. Even when she started doing this thing, I never kept malice with her. I went through stuff, but I'll be damned if my progress will be ruined by people or me just so people are saying, oh, you know what, just let it go, because let it go. So a lady even sent me a message and said, just come out and make a statement that she started dating the guy after we separated. I said, why would I do that? I said, why would I do that? He said, for your children. I just laughed. I said, okay, I hear you, no problem. So, that is my story. That is my story, and that is the truth. You know what? Let me send you this audio.
All right, no problem. I'll be expecting it.
Just listen to it. Then we'll talk later. Me, I'm going out to meet my... Then when you finish listening to it, send me your thoughts and see whether I should not burn down the whole place because of what that woman was doing. I'll send it to you now.
All right, no problem.
So I can send it to this WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
What's your name?
Titilope.
Titi. Okay,
yes,
because some people just put some names. It's not.
No, my name is Titi. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right, I really appreciate the vulnerability.
All right. No problem. All right.
Take care, sir.
Take
Yes,
care.
sir.
Bye-bye.